So, right now, we've got a very special treat. So hello once again to Paul Coates-Black. Hello.
Hi, Chris.
Hello.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. How are you doing?
Good, thanks, mate. Yourself?
I'm very well. Now, you've brought two vinyls in front of us. For those that can see it in video format, for those listening, you'll hear what they are in just a moment. But Paul, what title have you brought?
Well, I bought the Journey, which was the third studio album by the band Amsterdam. So this was the original release back in 2005. Now, I picked this up just before Christmas. For a long time, I'd had a CD copy.
Was this the one you found in London?
This is one I found in London on a record near Rough Trade East on a market. I found 5 copies. I bought 2, one for myself and one for my friend who was with me. I posted on the Art Lead Singers Facebook group, and he informed me at the time there was only 17 copies issued on vinyl. And there was 5 at this place.
What?
And I paid a tenner for them. And it's in really good nick, and it sounds fabulous. So yeah, Amsterdam. For those of you old enough to remember the indie band 90, from the early 90s, Pele. This was the offshoot group that was formed by Ian Prowse, the lead singer, after Pele disbanded. As I said, this is the third album. So the first couple of albums that they did were internet-only releases. It was out of the music industry. It was out of career, struggling to get things going again. We've already seen reissues of Attitudes and of The Curse over the last few years. But since lockdown, he has been doing a number of
Reissues,
as well as doing the lockdown shows.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And so this one came out last month. So it's the reissue of The Journey. So as we said, we've got the original from 20 years ago. We've got the new version. This is available on his website. So you've got the CD, the LP with the same amount of tracks on as the original one. There's 12 tracks on there, I think there is.
I have to say, I love the artwork on both of them. This is really hard, especially for you, because that it's a different kind of experience when you pull it off the shelf, isn't it? But I love the artwork on both of them. They're great, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. And as you can see, accompanying T-shirts to go with them.
I love the T-shirt.
Of course, there is the CD as well, which with the CD, you've got the same amount of tracks, but you've also got some extra tracks. Now, I need some glasses here because so you've got 4 extra tracks that were B-sides to the singles, and you've got 4 live tracks from London Borderline. So 3 of them are album tracks from here. The 4th is a cover of Eddie and the Hot Rods' 70s classic, Do Anything You Want to Do.
Great track.
So a great album.
So have you heard these B-sides prior to this album release? Or did you buy the singles at the time or anything like that?
I didn't buy the singles at the time. So I loved Pele. I'd stuck with Pele right through from the early days. I wasn't aware of Amsterdam until, and then this came out in 2005, as I say. I stumbled across Prowse again in about 2008 playing at music festival in Scarborough, of all places.
Oh, wow.
One of the tracks that's on this album, it was a massive smash, as in independently at the time, Does This Train Stop on Merseyside? It's since been covered by many, many musicians like Christy Moore, Elvis Costello's done it, but yeah, lots of people have done that track. Does This Train was in John Peel's, the DJ's, final Festive 50 before he sadly passed, and he sort of said that it was guaranteed to reduce him to tears every time he played it. Something that his son has recently sort of has mentioned again, because we now see the 20th anniversary of this. So they're about to go out on the road. They're doing a 20th anniversary tour that is going up and down the length and breadth of the United Kingdom. For the last couple of weeks, he's been out supporting Mark Chadwick and the Levellers. He's off to the Shine Festival. So he tours a lot under his own name, Ian Prowse, rather than under the Amsterdam name. But yeah, fabulous. I mean, I introduced him to you about 5 years ago, didn't you?
You did. I've still got this one to buy, and there was a recent. Was it Attitudes? Was
Yes.
it that? I've got that one to get. There's a couple that are still to add to my collection. Is there any more that you think that a duo? Who Loves You, Baby? I think that was one that hasn't had a reissue. Is that likely, or do you think we'll get another reissue perhaps?
He's working on another album at the moment. So his producer is Tony Kiley, who is the drummer in the Blow Monkeys. or was the Blow Monkeys drummer back in the day, but they're still doing bits every now and again. So at the moment, he's about to go back in the studio. He's got some new tunes written, and he's about to put a new album out. Last studio album, One Hand on the Starry Blow, came out probably about 3-4 years ago now.
Great album, though.
Fabulous album.
It's a brilliant album.
Fabulous album. And he's a stunning musician to watch live, isn't he?
Oh my God! Every time you watch him, it's just like you've never watched him before. It's a really refreshing artist to.
I must have seen Prowse 30
yeah.
or 40 times, and he always does an amazing show.
Yeah.
A lot of the musicians have worked with him for a decade or more, and yeah, they're just having a thoroughly good time, and it's just 2 hours of pure entertainment. So lots of tour dates out there. Highly recommended you try and get out there and catch them. I'm off to Settle.
So I was going to say you're off to
March.
Settle, and you always do the festive one in Liverpool. I think we should mention that as well. That's always a great one that you go to.
End of the year, he always does a big gathering of the clans, as he calls it, where fans come from all across the world. So the old joke back in the 90s was, if we'd sold as many records as we did T-shirts, we'd have been millionaires. So it's a very recognisable logo. Just Google it, and you'll see why. Pele Liverpool Band.
So, which track do you think we should hear off the album?
Well, I think we should go for 2 tracks, a bit back to back. Mainly because the first track is a bit of a call into arms. It's only about a minute long, and it goes through countries, putting 2 countries opposite each other, finally going for 2 cities, with them finishing with "And I Will Be Amsterdam." And then that sort of fades down, and then Prowse shouts out 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then they burst into a bit of rock and roll and taking on the world.
Let's give it a listen. Paul Coates-Black, thank you for joining us.
That's a bit about, mate.
And make sure you check out The Journey, Amsterdam, and we'll put the link on the YouTube video for those watching as well. Thank you as always.
Okay, mate. Thank you.